Okay. Good morning. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst here, Yeshiva Tsama Nafshi, located here in Yerushalyim, HaKodesh, not too far from the central bus station, and on the Rehov Zikron Yaakov, in the Bati Knesset of Hanukkah Yeshivas. We're learning Pele Yoetzi in our first year right now, getting ready for Purim, which is just days away. And hope the more we learn, the better we'll be able to fulfill our mitzvahs of Purim, Mitzvah Shem. So please join us on the web or in person, whatever you find more convenient. Okay, go ahead.
Purim hem yamim tovim, very, very good and important days that are mentioned and have done.
What's Naschurim?
Remembered.
Yeah, the commemorations.
Commemorations.
The Nasim and ceremonies, I guess. Nasim from actions. Ceremonies, yeah. That's the first thing we have to realize, right? The days of Mishtah, festivals, festivities, and joy, and it's Simcha Shel Mitzvah, right? That's what we're interested in, enjoying what Purim has to offer us in the context of mitzvah. What?
Kihen Harenu Hashem, Chiba Yeteva. Showed us His love. Ki Beotenu Besudat Achashverosh Omdim B'machisim. Ki Machisim Lefanav. ובאותה שעה התחייבו על שנהנו מסעודתו של אותו רשע.
So now, the first point that he mentions is, and this is basically based on Gemoras and Chazal, Hashem, you have to realize Hashem showed on the days of Purim a special love for the Klal Yisrael. Chibi, what's called Chibi Yisera, a very Chiba. Chiba is beloved,
affection.
Great affection. Chibi Yosenu Besudas Achashverosh Omdim Muchasim. The fun of it, because those who had, when we had gone to the Sudas Achashverosh, that they were there, Omdim, they were there, and they were angering HaKodesh Baruch Hu. At that time, right, there was a decree made upon the Klal Yisrael because of that Suda of Achashverosh. Okay, Rosa Perek, go ahead.
באותו פרק חס רחמנא, at that time Hashem had pity on us. והקדים רפואה למכה.
Chas is pity?
Chas is mercy, and Rachmana is another word for HaKodesh Baruch Hu.
So when we say Chas v'shalom, pity on our peace?
Well, Chas is like we're asking for mercy, and right. Shalom is a expression towards the HaKodesh Baruch Hu. So Hashem should have mercy.
The Chas v'shalom tends to mean a negative. You say Chas v'shalom, it shouldn't happen.
Yeah, because right? we want something to intervene, whereas I like Hashem to intervene.
Interesting. Thank you.
בפרק חס וחמר ועלן, והקדים רפואה למכה שנהרגה Vashti. When Vashti was killed, so לבסוף, רפואה פרח, the healing was flowering, blossoming. In the feast of the Yayin.
Right. The way, that's what we learned in the Shir Halacha, that the Shir Halacha explained in the Mishnah Berurah that the nace was done through wine, right? That the refuah poreach this mishte hayayin, that the remedy blossomed through the festivities of wine.
So it was both the cause of the trouble and the cure of the trouble.
If you mean what the Suda of Achashverosh, meaning the cause, if you're referring to that as the cause, yeah,
right.
the cause, yeah. Although in the Gershon, the Gemara explains that the wine that we were drinking at the Suda was kosher wine, and Mordechai was involved with the kashrus of the Suda, so we made sure that we weren't involved with any true isser of
Mordechai was involved. I thought Mordechai was against this.
He was against the Suda, but he saw that this is a very important lesson we learned from this. Mordechai was against the Suda. He said, do not go, right? But nevertheless, when he saw they were going anyway, right? He said, well, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that those who are going won't be involved in as many bearers as least as bearers as possible. So he took it upon his shoulders, even though he was against going to the Suda, right? He still, when they saw they were going, he changed. He would think, well, I'm completely against this. I can have no part in this whatsoever. So no, I have a chance to save the Jews that are going there and save them from drinking yain nesek, right? And maybe food that's not kosher. So he did everything he possibly could to save them from that.
Oh, that's interesting. I can see it. I can see an argument that would say, if the food was not kosher and the wine was not kosher, then maybe they wouldn't have gone, or maybe they'd go but they wouldn't eat and drink.
Well, evidently, knowing a little bit about what was going on there, it's like going to Las Vegas, not gambling. You're gonna get into it. Okay. Here, Matov Kavu.
מתוך הקבור, they fixed or arranged,
They established.
Hayamim, these days, Yemim Mishta Simcha, these days of Mishta feasting and happiness.
Good.
Zechinu Bo'om Arba Mitzvot. They already did 4 mitzvahs. Mikra Megillah, Mishta Simcha, Mishloach Manot, Ish L'Rehu, U'Matrot Avyonim. 4 mitzvahs.
So those are the main primary mitzvahs of the day. Mikra Megillah, that's once at night, beginning of the day. Mishta V'Simcha, that's the feast and the joy and the drinking. And Shalach Monas, that's the third. And Mataz Lev Yomi, that's the fourth. You have these 2 sheets here, by the way. It's in English, if anyone would like. It's a very clear summary of all the relevant halachas for the Purim. Please take these two separate ones, 79 and 80.
Thank you so much.
Sure, please. You have a chance to review that. Very good summary of all the relevant halachas.
Wow.
At your fingertips. Okay, let's continue.
Okay. Behen mitzvot chavivot abod mizman azman. These are precious mitzvahs. They come from time to time.
So I maybe should mention that it was a very interesting thing. I saw in my elevator in my building where I live, they put up little cards every day for one's in halacha and one's in guidance, like Musar. So the one in guidance, the Musar card mentioned that it's important to try, if you can, to prepare all your, especially your Shalach Monas, prepare it before Purim, because they're trying to emphasize that Purim is such a holy day. It's chaval to spend the day, wrapping packages and this and that, going through all kinds of things. So especially at night, if you can learn, you have daven Ma'ariv at night, and then there's Kriyas Megillah. Then you finish Ma'ariv and go home. And if you're in Yerushalyim, so you have to break the fast, go home, break the fast, have a sunnah. But then there's sometimes a lot of time, so it's a good time to learn if you can. Right? But so if you have and the next few days before the Purim, if you get your packages ready, so they're all ready to go, so you have time to devote yourself to learning as much as possible that night, a little bit during the day as well.
So the Suda on Thursday night, does that have the same halachas as the Suda on Friday?
No. It's a mitzvah to.
It's not a mitzvah to drink.
Not a mitzvah to drink. No.
How about to eat meat?
Yeah, you could do some. Some actually have a minute to eat milkies on that Suda. Yeah.
Okay, so it's not a mitzvah to eat meat. Then.
Not a chiyuv. If you do, it's a mitzvah to rejoice and have something festive, but not required that, like on the day. If you prefer something else, some special dish that you really like, that would be the time to make it.
Right.
Whether it's meat or something else.
Okay. And to be joyous? Is it
For sure. Yeah, the whole day, actually, both days, Yom Kippur and Erev Shabbos. The whole 2 days.
What if you're giving Mishloach Manot and you're giving more than the requirement, can you give to them on Thursday night, some of them on Thursday night, and say, well, this is just a chesed?
Yeah, you could if it's
Or shalom bias, to giving it to your children?
meaning, why would it be shalom bias at night rather than during the day?
No, it wouldn't be more shalom bias at night, it's just that it's if you're gonna have difficulty getting it to a particular child on the day,
Yeah,
because you're going to other children on the day, and the
right.
day is filled up,
Sure.
so can you give it on the night and just say, okay, well, this may not be the mitzvah, but it's still shalom
Yeah,
bias?
yeah. Not shalom bias. You mean Reyes, Marber Reyes. Reyes is friendship.
Well, it's our children.
Yeah, okay. Should be friends with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. But make sure you save at least one to fulfill your obligation during the day.
Oh, absolutely.
Because what you do at night, you're not fulfilling because we're afraid that they would come to eat it, and then they wouldn't have anything to eat on the airport.
Right, yeah.
Okay, very good. Let's continue a bit.
והן מצוות חגיגות הבאות מזמן לזמן. סודן רמיסה, and the secrets are very high and lofty. Where oil is a hair, it's proper to be careful with them. יותר במצוא, לעשותם כתיקונן, דהיינו, וגם מגילה עוד ועוד. מגילה letter for letter, teva b'teva, word for word, tzva v'roa v'nima, in a pure and clear language.
No, I saw very, I think did I mention, maybe I mentioned this last week, the Megillah, why is it called Megillah? So the second Kadosh Yasha explains that there's a special spiritual influx which takes place on Purim. That's the only time it occurs during the whole year, right? And it's Mizgale, it's revealed on Purim. So that's why the Megillah is called Megillah, Megaleh.
To reveal.
Interesting.
Yeah. Through the reading of the Megillah, that spiritual light is Megaleh. It's revealed. So that's why it's called Megillah. Okay, continue.
ואף מי שאינו יודע ידחק עצמו, אף אם אינו יודע, I guess to read it by himself, אף מי שאינו יודע ידחק עצמו לבקש ברצי כסף, מי שאמר איתו, he doesn't know how to read it, so he gets somebody else to help him out. In the hell ito, and he will act slowly.
Meaning, let's say a person does it, he can't, so he should pay somebody to read it for him. Meaning, he should, sometimes we take it for granted. Baruch Hashem, we're in a situation where we have a lot of minyanim, a lot of people, but sometimes, those people may be traveling, or maybe in the early times wasn't so easy to get a minyan. So when it's necessary, don't be afraid to pay money to have somebody read the Megillah.
Isn't it a mitzvah to do it in minyan?
Yeah, but let's say for some reason he couldn't.
He couldn't.
Yeah. For sure it's I'm Rav Hashis Melech. The more population we have, the greater covered honor there is to the king.
From the perspective of the reader, is it proper for him to demand money?
He shouldn't demand money. But if you want to convince him through money, a mitzvah, like say a mitzvah, like this, it's brought down explained in Hilchos Shofar, right? That let's say you need someone to blow shofar. So the Shulchan Aruch says a person who takes money for blowing shofar is not going to see a sin of bracha from that money. So there are ways you can get around it, but technically also like bris milah. Bris milah, a person shouldn't take money for bris milah, right?
Oh, the boys do take money.
No, what do they take money for? They take money, they come check beforehand and they check afterwards, right?
It's understood that you have to give them.
No, yeah, no, it's on that. It's right. It's understood. You have to give them, right? But that's
They don't
what
demand,
They,
that's for sure.
that's because they can't demand. It's not their affairs to demand. It's because he's doing a mitzvah. You know, it's like let me, Rachmi, look, I can give you $100 to do this. Right? I can give you a chayil l'mabah. You know, like so. You know, what do you want? You know, like it's degrading to
Takes
ask
away from
money.
the Lama, takes away.
Well, it's not so simple. I'm not going to say that because the Shulchan Aruch doesn't go into that.
It's more or less like a donation thing, like
Yeah, it's
charity.
like a donation. Look, that's his parnasa, so you understand.
Right.
Look, you're not supposed to get money for teaching Torah either.
Yes.
By the way, you know, you're not supposed to get money for teaching Torah as well, right? So, so that's why it says here in the halacha.
So I had a mohel echad that did a to the neched, and we gave like 300 shekels, and you know what he says it's better than nothing.
Okay.
They expect it.
Yeah.
Right.
It depends how much and who, and yeah, it's.
It's going to allow what? It's important. Let them take $100, $200.
They take a lot of money sometimes.
In
Depends
America,
what kind of
Depends who it is.
America rabbis get
That's
paid huge amounts of money.
Then someone say,
They make deals. They get a house. And things
Well,
like
that's
that.
if he's going to become a congregational rabbi. He's going to be down there for
Right.
the whole, you know.
Right. But of course, he's doing more than teaching Torah. He's
Yeah.
counseling and answering shilas
Right.
and all kinds of stuff.
Mhm. I'll tell you what. We'll save this for the halacha shir if you want. Because it's not coming to me right away. Let's see, also, like you have about Bakari, you have someone who's reading from the Torah that you get on every week.
if he's good, could I have to pay?
Yeah. But again, he shouldn't demand money, and what he can charge, what he can charge you is for his
Yes,
practice.
yeah.
His practice. Also for the shofar, he can charge you for his practice.
Right. You can argue that I could be working during that time, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know we had a neighbor in America that used to blow the shofar every year, and you could hear him practicing for a month before Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah, sure.
For a long time,
It's
every
a-
night
it's a
you
lot.
hear him practice.
You know, we put in a lot of time. It's not easy. I'll find it for you. It's around. I don't want to keep up the show. I'll find it for you soon. Yeah, let's continue. So he's saying you should pay him. So again, he shouldn't demand money. I mean, the general rule is you should be willing to do it for free, right? But since everyone knows he needs money, just like everybody else, so if you pay him, that doesn't take away from it. You really should.
כי הסומכים עצמם לצאת על ידי שמיעה, כל לוודאי שאינם יוצאים ידי חובה. The ones that are סומכים, they are supporting themselves on the fact that they will be able to be yotzi with the shmiya, כל לוודאי שאינם יוצאים ידי חובה. It's almost it's almost certain that they will not be yotzi with the Yidei Chova, their obligation. It's not, everybody's not being motzeg and yotzi.
Right, again, because it says here, Ki ha-soimchim atzmam, it says, al yedei l'shomei la'achirim, like, that you're hearing it, it's been said, you've been saying over to others, like either whether they're the men or women. Ein roy the very bracha l'shem u'malchus b'shvilam. Don't make the bracha for them. Nachash boy shema yafsiru l'shmoya teva achas. Because the question is that it's very likely that they're not going to be able to hear every single word. Nimsa bracha l'v'tolo, it's not that the bracha is going to be l'v'tolo. Because what you're doing is making a bracha for them, okay? You do a shugam anashim chayivs b'mitzvahs.
I don't get what we're talking about.
It's the thing is like this. He's still going to the specific point about the bracha. If you're going to be making a bracha for somebody else, right? So.
You mean a bracha over the reading of the Megillah?
Right. So if they're not gonna hear the whole reading, so they're not gonna be yotzi. And if they're not yotzi, the bracha would be a bracha of the Torah. So it's advisable that it should be done in a situation where they're gonna be able to hear every word, and or they should make the bracha themselves.
So when the reader says the bracha and everybody says Amen, so is he saying the bracha for them, or is the Amen mean they're saying it for themselves?
Everyone has a mitzvah to read the Megillah. Now, not everyone's going to able to do that. Now, everyone has a kosher Megillah to read from. So he's the shliach tzibur. He's the one who's going to be motzi. He's going to fulfill the obligation of the reading of the Megillah for everybody else, and everyone else is going to be fulfilling their mitzvah through what we call shmiya k'ona. They're going to be listening, and their listening is going to be as if they're saying. Right. So the thing is, if they, however, miss out a word, right? So then they won't be fulfilling their mitzvah.
So is he over? Is he done? Is the Baal Koreh done an avera because he said the bracha and somebody didn't hear?
According to the Pelayoids, yeah. If he's learning that it's going to be almost certain that they're not going to be able to hear the whole thing.
I mean, there's going to be at least one person in the shul that doesn't hear every word.
Yeah.
So if it's for sure that he's going to be over it, I don't get why we have the custom to do it that way then.
No, because again, it is acceptable if it's in a situation where everyone's going to be able to hear. But a lot of times, like if you're only doing it for women, let's say, and they're in a different room, right, and something like that, and there's going to be noise or something like that, right? So he's advising that it's the bracha is very difficult. First in the bracha. As a matter of fact, when you read Purim, it should be Shema. Well, Mr. Brewer.
That's another 5 minutes.
Yeah. Okay, we'll wait for that. Let's continue on. Good. Good. Next paragraph. Mitzvahs mishte b'simcha. Yeah, go ahead.
Mitzvat mishte b'simcha. Mitzvah of happiness and feast and happiness. Always proper the zeheba. It's proper to be careful. The Suda should be during the daytime.
Meaning, again, we've learned this many times, don't make the Suda at night. I mean, we think the night,
you have to make another Suda at night.
The night, when you come home and break the fast, you're having a Suda, because you have to break the fast. And you're supposed to have something special, very nice, you're supposed to be happy. No need to drink at that Suda. But he's saying about the Suda, the main Suda you hear on the next day, that should be done while it's still broad daylight.
Right.
Don't make that a...
Plus this year it has to be done early because you're coming up to Shabbos.
Yeah,
right?
you look at that sheet, he goes into details about that.
Oh, good.
No commotion, no him. Tzat shosim ikas suda b'layla. Tzarich la'abot b'shtiya me'at yoter mimashu lamud. Should drink a little bit more than you regularly drink. HaKodesh yeh b'musam. HaKodesh, you should be inebriated.
Musam is inebriated?
Yes, intoxicated.
Not drunk though. That's different.
Is there a different word for drunk?
Shikur.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
HaKodesh yeh b'musam. Sameach b'tov lev, happy in a good heart. Simcha shel mitzvah, the simcha of happiness of a mitzvah. Lo simcha shel holut, holy. Lo simcha shel holut.
What's holalut?
It's like wildness, idiocy.
Simcha shel holut, ki minhag haholalim shutim yain rav. As the custom that they drink a lot. Boy, become wild, whatever.
Until.
Ad Yotzim Midatam, till they go out of their mind. Vosim.
Yotzim is to, like Yotzi, to go out.
Literally, yeah, you're right. Yotzi Medaita literally means go out of their minds. I mean, they lose their sense. They lose their sense.
Vosim Ma'asim Asher Lo Yasu. They do things that shouldn't be done.
Right, they do things that shouldn't be done.
And Medabrim Asurim, and they say forbidden things. Minim Shonim, different kinds of forbidden things that they say.
What's miyanim?
Minim Shonim, different types of things.
Yeah, minim shonim. They medabrin divine masurim. Minim shonim. They speak words that are forbidden from different types of things. He doesn't want to go into detail, but nibble pad, they make bad jokes, not dirty jokes. Unfortunately, a lot of people, like we say, the person's, because I'll say, the person can be recognized through his keys, is how he spends his money, his cash, how he gets angry, and his kois, how he drinks. You understand what a person is all about, based on what he's been drinking. The person is in general happy with himself, happy with the world, so he'll be happy, he'll be even happier, right? Right? But if a person has grudges and things built up in between, unfortunately, things are, not nice, unfortunately things come out. Yeah. So that's one thing if they drink too much, right?
Rabbi mitzvah tefillah mincha. They're losing out on the mitzvah of tefillah and mincha.
Now that first, we learned already that you should be davening mincha beforehand. Okay, that's already been spoken about clearly, that mincha should be davened beforehand. If you wait, the only thing is if you're starting a suda, especially this year during the morning, it's okay.
I'm still starting at noon, so I can't daven.
Right. So what you should do, I don't know if you're going to have enough people to daven where you're having a suda.
No, we're only having about 6 people.
You're living close to a Beit Knesset.
Yeah. There's lots of shuls around.
It would be worthwhile to, if you take a break, luckily you can take a break in the middle of the suda, go down the mikveh.
Right.
And then you have to, you should have in mind when you wash for motzi, that you can make a break. Go.
And you can leave the house.
To leave the house, right? Especially leaving, there'll probably be women and children at the house or whatever, right? So then you go back and, because it might.
But then there's a problem with drinking.
So look, you can daven now. You can daven as early as 12:15.
Really? That early?
Oh shit.
Thank you.
12:25. At least I asked 12:25. You speak on Friday, Thursday, to speak on Thursday? You go learn on Thursday?
No, I didn't go.
You didn't go over there? So then nobody's there.
I went up to Bacon Brush.
Hello?
2 weeks later.
Here in Yerushalyim it's 12:22.
22, right?
12:20? 12:20 you said?
12:22. 12:25.
Thank you.
And we've got 6 people. We get a couple of neighbors to come over and just daven in the house. Yeah, let's continue.
Okay, Mabdim mitzvah tfilat mincha. Mitzvah birkat hamazon d'oraita. Mitzvah birkat hamazon is from the Torah, d'oraita. Mitzvah tfilat aravit. Ramim she'osim l'shem mitzvah. That they're drinking.
Yeah, they're saying they're doing mitzvah. I told you that the Ramaz, Moshe Yisrael says that his hanhagi, his custom on Motzi Purim was he'd change out of his rabbinical garb and he would go from house to house, making sure, reminding people about the Myron.
About Avra, Avira Hiv'yadam.
There's no excuse. You can't excuse yourself because of the drinking from being fulfilling all the mitzvahs that you have.
Kilot tziva Hashem lavor al mitzvotav. Hashem didn't command to be over on mitzvahs. עטו משום על ניסים ועל ברכן הגמול הזה קובע. מה זה עטו גם משום? because of?
לא רוצים Hashem לעבור על מצוות. Excuse me. And Hashem has not commanded us to transgress His mitzvahs. Atu al nisim, because of the miracles, vala purkan, because of the redemption, agamol azeh kovet, that cover. What's the covers like a hole? Okay.
Yeah, hope.
Yeah, but Atu al nisim vala purkan agamol azeh kovet.
נשתקע הדבר ולא תהיה כזאת ישראל.
This thing should be done away with.
He's talking about getting drunk.
Yeah. Meaning ad kerikah. They're yotzi daitam and they're all kinds of errors and they're mavatal mitzvahs. That's not there. Right.
רק ישמח יסוד בעושיו שמחה של מצווה, במידה, במשקל, במשורה, משתיע כדת של תורה.
Okay, so that's what he's telling you. Should be simcha, right? And it should be the Jews, Yisrael, also in simcha shel mitzvah. They're doing rejoice in the fulfillment of mitzvahs. B'midah b'mishkal, with measure and consideration, b'misura and exactness. V'shasa kedash shel Torah. And should drink according to the prescription of the Torah, not to go wild, not to go drunk. That's the point. We'll continue tomorrow. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.